Well, good morning, everybody. This is Dr. Hoskins here in beautiful South Lake Bowen in the upstate of South Carolina. I want to talk to you about opportunities. I want to talk to you about things that pass us by. I want to talk to you about what are these things that can pass us by. I was thinking this morning about some opportunities and about the time, about things that I'm working on now, things that I'm doing now that I've been doing for quite some time. Then we have these young upstarts that think they know everything, and they're posting to all kinds of social media platforms and think they're the bee's knees, and they're what it's all about. I got to thinking, I was doing a podcast in 2010, 10 years ago, before YouTube was even a thing, before Facebook was even a thing, before Twitter and Instagram was even existed. I was doing podcasts with my friend Jason Ulsrud with Rockstar Radio, Rockstar Chiropractic Project. We were interviewing people, putting them on the internet so people could watch them, and we had to do it the old-fashioned way with HTML coding and putting the videos on our own servers so people could watch them on our own servers, and that was quite the thing, and we enjoyed it. I got to thinking, okay, why is some of the other projects that I'm helping on now, like Chiro Hustle Podcast, he's done 800 interviews in the last 3 years, and that's amazing. That's a lot of work. 2 movies, 800 interviews, a lot of work. But I was doing it 10 years ago, so it's interesting to see how those things can pass us by if we're not focused on them. Things that we don't focus on are what can pass us by. We don't focus on redeeming the time and managing our time and stewarding our time. That can pass us by. Opportunities, like I was just talking about, can pass us by. Knowledge can pass us by. If we stop learning, we start dying. We learn until the day we die. We learn until the moment we stop living. New information is coming in. Our brain processes it. Our brain stores it. Our brain then takes that stored information and analyzes new situations based upon old patterns and reacts that way. That's called habits. And triggers and things like that. So, knowledge can pass us by, and then technology obviously can pass us by. I was all excited about getting the Ryzen 3rd Gen CPU chips this year for Christmas. I was saving up some pennies in quarters and dimes and dollars so that I could build a computer, because I like doing that stuff. It's one of my hobbies. And then the Ryzen 4000 chip came out for the laptops, which I've been blessed to have this one run that. And not just a little bit of an improvement, a dramatic improvement. Like, okay, so now I've got to step back and upgrade my thinking a little bit. And then as I'm thinking about that, the Ryzen 5000 chips come out, and they're even a step or two beyond the 4000 chips. I'm like, okay, this is tough. I mean, the technology I'm interested in is all wrapped in chiropractic. And these computer things are a side hobby. These are things that I've liked since junior high and before. So, where do I let my focus be? Where do I let my attention be drawn to? And things can pass us by either because of choices. Always because of choices we make. And we have to decide, what things are important that we don't let pass by, and which things can we let pass by and let other people that's their passion, that's their training experience, and knowledge. Let them focus on that, and then share, YouTube videos, Facebook posts, Instagram, whatever, that knowledge condensed down so that we can at least keep up with it. Excuse me. Good old fall allergies. And so we have to, another one's coming. Woo! So we have to decide what we're going to focus on. We have to decide what we're going to spend our attention on. And the things we don't pay attention to do pass us by. How does that deal with chiropractic? Well, from the moment you're conceived, you start to grow. And at the moment you turn 18 to 21, when you stop growing, you start dying. And that's just the nature of every living thing out there. There's the beginning part is when you start growing, and then there's a peak, and then from then on, you just kind of coast, and eventually you die. You have to decide how much attention you're going to pay to that slope, how much attention you're going to pay to how fast you're decaying. There are things we can't avoid, car accidents. There's an ambulance going out to the highway right now. You can't avoid those kinds of things. But the vast majority of deaths around the world are from preventable things based upon knowledge, based upon technology, based upon opportunity, and more importantly, based upon the time that we've let pass us by. Are we going to let the opportunity to work out today, 5, 10, 20 minutes of, just walking up and down the stairs, walking around the house? We're going to let that opportunity pass us by. We're going to let that time pass us by. Are we going to let the opportunity to do something in that time pass us by? If you don't have the knowledge, you can get the knowledge. It's extremely easy. If you're watching this, you already have the technology you need to find out how to take advantage and not let the time pass by and the knowledge pass by and the opportunity pass by to make yourself a little bit better or a lot better. And then the technology. Technology is not only the computer chips. The technology is how you get things done. You're going to let chiropractic pass you by too. You're just going to ignore it sitting there by the side of the road when it's one of probably the best methods to keep your body in tune so that it can function longer, better. It's been said, a life full of days and days full of life. You can have a long life, but if you don't have your days full of life living, expressing, what kind of a life is that? And if you don't have a long life, I'd much rather have days full of life, shorter than a longer life with nothing. Let's fill up our days with life and expression of life. And that expression of life only happens through the nerve system. And if that nerve system is interfered with, you're not going to have the full expression of that life that you need to be living every day. Are you going to let that opportunity pass you by because you let the time pass you by to make the appointment? You let the opportunity pass you by because you're focused on something else? You let that knowledge that chiropractors have pass you by because you don't think enough of the profession? And you're going to let the technology that we've accumulated over the last 20 years pass you by because you know what? I really don't need to come in this week. Maybe I'll wait a week or 2 weeks or a month or 2 months. And you miss those opportunities. You let them pass you by because you're not following a plan of someone who actually knows what they're doing. Anyway, a little bit rough there on the end. Sorry to poke the bear. Sorry to poke in the pressure points. But it is important that we don't let this life that we've been given pass us by. And we need to take full advantage of what we've been given. That's time, that's opportunity, that's knowledge, that's technology, a host of other things. And one of the things that can help you not pass you by is chiropractic. PureChiroNow.com, 864-715-2225. We're at the corner of 292 and Route 9 in beautiful Inman, South Carolina, just on the south side of Lake Bowen. If you're in the area, please come on in. Love to take care of you and your family. Don't let this opportunity pass you by and pass your family by. And if you're not in the area, let me know. I'll find somebody for you. We've got a lot of friends around the world, the entire globe. Got them there. Love to take care of you. So anyway, have a good one. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.